All right. Let's get to it, shall we? There we go. All right, so we're trying. I've messed with some settings again, per usual, right? And we're trying the dual streaming again, now that I've made some adjustments to some settings. Still cooking, still cooking, still cooking. Ooh, these are ready to claim now. Okay, so the Valkyr Mirror Optics. I gotta find out where to get that. No, I know where to get that. I know where to get that. Oh, I get the Wave Rider on my... Nice! Okay, I didn't realize it went to my ship. That's kind of cool. Okay, so those are all knocked out. Where are we at with the... Wait. Where are we at with the... The little item over here? 8 more hours. Raj.
You received our distress signal. Mother will be pleased.
What? Visitors? Look at you now, a real chip off the old monolith, huh? Just the right sort to save us from the coming cataclysm. Come on!
I don't like you, I like the other one. That one.
I was handling orientation protocol.
Sorry, Lloyd. It's just too exciting.
We are in crisis, Tenho. Our defense against the Grey Strain has failed. The Necrolisk is in lockdown, but it doesn't matter. The infestation has compromised the very heart itself. As I was saying...
There we go. Much better.
I call that one Bitey Scratchikins.
It is imperative you meet Mother, receive her instructions, and prevent the imminent intradimensional catastrophe. Demonstrate your combat readiness, and I will grant you the requisite security clearance. Good luck.
Intradimensional what?
Oh, Tech, I've already explained it.
Sounds like it bears repeating, Lloyd.
Okay. Let's go see what this is about.
If we were unclear, demonstrate your readiness by destroying infestation. Only then will I grant entry clearance. Act accordingly.
I'm gonna say, are you gonna give me this or not? Like, I kinda need to know where to go. Lurking. Hey, Wolf's White Rose, welcome in, welcome in. I am testing to see if changing some of these settings might help with the dual streaming. We're gonna see. But how you doing, Wolf? Oh, thank you for the lurk, thank you for the lurk. Ace the Emma Man, hey, Scareborne. Gotta love autocorrect. Scoreboard. How's it going today? It is going fantastic. How are you doing, Ace? Welcome in. We are doing the dual streaming thing because I know that Warframe is not doing one right now, but they do Twitch drops.
Located. Destroy it with weapon fire.
So I'm trying to see if I can't find a way to make restreams functional where Twitch isn't disconnecting constantly. That's the objective and the hope. We'll have to see. It says there's a hive directly underneath me. I don't know how to get in there, though. I didn't see an entry point. Oh, it's above me. Oh, we're supposed... There we go. And so that because yeah, autocorrect sucks. I totally get it. Okay. You know, this gun doesn't sound very silent. Good hearing that you're doing good now. Yeah, I am doing fantastically. We are... What is that? I've never been to this place before. So I have no idea what these things are. Are they hostile? Are they friendly? Probably some sort of animal, right? What is that symbol? Requiem obelisk. So there's an obelisk somewhere around here? Interesting. I'll be listening and if I'm... Oh, of course, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know if you're familiar with Twitch, but Twitch has a term for that. It's called lurking. There's actually lurk commands over on Twitch. And basically it's... For the YouTube audience that may not be familiar with the terminology that they use on Twitch, lurking is basically like letting the streamer know that you're present, you're listening to them, you're hanging out with them, but you're not able to interact with them. So that way, it's one of those, like, it shows support with the very clear Hold on. With the very clear understanding that you as the viewer are not in a position to interact because you're busy doing any other things, right? Or you're sleeping, or you're working, or whatnot, right? I always thought it was a pretty cool term. In fact, I got the commands over there with the emoticons for it. And the commands are, I think they disappear. And no one knows where you went. And then when you do the unlurk command that I've set up, it's all custom chat commands. Like you return with Baja tacos and stuff, and everyone's jealous.
All hostiles down.
I don't care for the sword.
Destroy the next hive.
I'm not a fan of the sword. I don't like that. Nope, can't go through it. Alright, so we gotta go up and out. Oh no, we don't gotta go up and out. We can go around this way. Nice. That's hilarious. The Twitch is it. That's awesome. I know, right? Yeah, I did. I wanted to make it fun for everyone, so. And I don't know how to do the custom emoticons on YouTube yet, but I've got a whole array of squid and sorry, octopus emoticons over there.
Oh, look! There's a hive! Nuke it!
That's a juggernaut, that said. Okay, that's my first time running into that enemy type. That was not fun. Note to self, avoid those bastards.
Okay, now that they're good and mad, hope you're ready. It's gone all quiet. That means we won!
Clearance approved, Tenno. I now grant access to the Necrolis. Mother awaits. But I should warn you, She is not entirely herself.
Okay, so reactivate crystal. I don't know how to reactivate the crystal. Well, that's exciting. Guess we're ignoring that. You know. Sorry, I can't subscribe to you on Twitch. You can afford the $8 a month. Sorry. No, don't apologize. That's part of the reason why I stream on YouTube, for one. Because I'm not monetized over there. So we shouldn't have ads over there at all. And then on Twitch, I do the minimum amount of ads required to disable the pre-rolls. The pre-rolls, if you don't know, is like when you first show up to a channel and it immediately plays commercials. Yeah, I have that disabled so that you're going to be there for at least, I think it's 30 minutes before an ad plays. At least that's supposed to be how it works. So that way people can see if they like me enough to even stick around for the commercials, you know? But yeah, don't worry about that. Again, that's why I try to make it as accessible as possible for everybody. You didn't drop anything, though. I see what your role. I see your play role is doing. Your play role is doing. I don't know what play role is. What's a play role? Woo! This must be like a settlement, right? Let's see how you set up your smart tech. Oh, yeah. I mean, I try to optimize it for everybody, you know? For everyone's convenience, because people will hang out if it's convenient to do so. So I try to keep that in count.
Wormed into everything. After the Great Purge, there were no Dax, no Tenno to defend the place. Just us.
It's not your fault, Chip.
Technically, it is. And now you face an existential threat. If the heart stops beating, the wellspring of your power dies with it.
Have we tried turning it off and on again?
Tenno, meet the head of the Entrati family. What's left of her, anyway? Mother, wake up!
Why is this like weird veil thing? Oh, it's because the player's standing there. Okay.
Lloyd, I had the most distressing dream.
Here we go again.
The wall of Loke was before us. I had my proofs. My father's. I could hear him. I could hear him tapping at the untimed door.
Mother?
We went in, but again, he wasn't there. My husband congratulated me. Sarcastic halfwit. All the while, hiveweed was sprouting all around us. But it was just a dream.
No, Mother. You did all of that. You're as wormed as the rest of this place. The heart is about to fail, remember?
Oh, fuck.
Functional? We are. And we've summoned Ship here to help us.
It'll take more than an old Orokin thug to keep the heart beating.
Okay. Let's go through the list and see what they got to say to us.
Orokin had no respect for my father's work, though I suppose you proved him right in the end.
Is she infested or part of the infestation?
Same as Deimos. The infestation got in, got to me and my family, stole our names, our ideas. I can hear its high voice scratching in my mind. Let the heart stop beating. Let the door close forever. Only my dreams seem real now.
So they're intertwined. Kind of like a parasite host.
I sleep.
So they're like a parasite host combination right now.
It's what makes you special. You know that, right? All thanks to my father. It pumps the arteries of the here and the void. The Entrati family has maintained it for an age, but it's breaking down, and only that idiot knows how to fix it. The man I used to call my husband. I think he's left for good this time. Maybe you can find him. Probably sulking somewhere outside.
On Jupiter. Okay. Jupiter's the point I need to go for that other Warframe. That is weird. So there's multiples of those beings around? They're all sleeping. So it is the entire family. So we can wake up the family. Okay. So we got to get out of here, do some quests, and open up the family stuff. Raj. I can do that. Man, I can't wait to see Mother. What the fuck is that thing? I'm not sure. There's a lot to this game that
Detecting active necromantic
Hold on.
signals nearby. It could be Father. He loves a good fight. Whatever you do, don't mention Mother. Nothing he hates more.
Okay, so this game has not explained everything or what everything is yet, and those that are experienced members of the community have stated that they just don't want to give spoilers because apparently it's a big spoiler when you start figuring out some of this stuff. So as a result, I've genuinely taken that advice and also not looked up what these things are. But I'm sure it'll be exciting once we get all that information. If everyone that we've met is kind of like in the agreement of don't look it up, and I'm not spoiling it, right? So I am curious to find out what all the everything is, like what they are, what the Warframes are, Tenno, all of it. Just we have not gotten to that point in the game yet, but it's supposed to be worth it. It's supposed to be cool. Damn.
This must be one of the last of Father's necromechs. It won't last long. Its struggle is a valiant one, but I fear the worst for our metal friend. Ah, the stalwart defender falls. Rest well, noble warrior. May you someday rise again. Now, to business. Guidance signal was coming from over there.
From where? Over there? If you keep at it the story, you figure out it's soon enough. I mean, okay, ending decent. How's everyone doing? Everything's been going good. How you doing, Harpy? Welcome in. Welcome in. We are on Demos. And we just met Mother. And now we're trying to find Father. I don't know if that's their title or, like, who they are. I'm guessing it's a title. Oh, I can hear him. There he is. Hey, bud. Wakey, wakey. Eggs and bakey.
You fight well for a runt frame. If you're ever interested in something a little more old war-sized. Wait. She didn't send you looking for me, did she? I am not going back.
Alright, well, I gotta be feet. Stay safe. Alright, well, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful day or evening, depending on what time zone you're in. Harpy, I'm still foggy when it comes to some aspects of the lore after over 2,000 hours. Oh, how did your driver's test go, Harpy? I hope you passed it. Hope everything went smoothly.
Look, you were the second wave, kid. The necromechs were void shielded, sentient pulse immune. As bright as a bag of hammers, and just as dependable. Not like you. When I met her, Mother, she was as brilliant as she was broken. Chasing her father's ghost, convinced he was still out there. I thought I could fix things. I thought I could fix her. Like she was a loose light board or leaky hydraulic. So yes, she's right about me. I am an idiot. But I'm a reformed idiot. I'm done with her. This heart is breaking down is just another tactic of hers. Don't you see? Everything has to be about her.
So you're not father.
That went well.
We must prove to Father that the heart is deteriorating. This will be more dangerous than any gray strain monster we faced. We have to talk to daughter.
But he just said that she's chasing the ghost of her father. So he's clearly not father. It could have gone worse. I got very lucky and barely passed. Hey, passing's passing. Right? So, it works. So congratulations on passing. Oh, we had a member of the community help us yesterday, so we actually got another Warframe finally in the works. Like, actually getting built right now. It's... Gara is the one we're working on. And then I'm only missing one more item for... Valkyr. Valkyr, I'm only missing one. I wish the Men in Black would just bust down my door and let's just fucking forget yesterday. No. You want to remember all of those things. That's important to remember all of those things. Because then they are... Okay, so you learn more from failing and suffering than you do from succeeding. Because if you succeeded, then you know what you did worked and you move on, you forget about it. You remember the victory, you don't remember the process. But when you fail at something or something caused you suffering or misery, you remember that. And because you remember it, that process that you went through when you experienced all of those things, you're able to derive lessons from it and adjust your actions and decisions moving forward so that you endure less suffering, so that things are easier. So like, no, you want those bad memories, you want those struggle bus moments, and you want to retain them because that's how you're going to get stronger and better moving forward. So that stuff's important. I always tell my girls whenever we're playing chess or doing anything hard, or when they were in jiu-jitsu, is you learn more from losing than you do winning. So is daughter in the place as well? Because I don't have the... There we go. So much for it. I will actually hold on to that wisdom. It's useful. It definitely is how people move and get stronger going forward. Because, like, life sucks. Life's not fair. Life is not easy. But we can get stronger and better. And that will make it easier to manage and to deal with. And we'll be more capable of doing more things. So, yeah.
Oh, aren't you a fascinating specimen? Organic ferrous exoflesh, hybridized internals, and time trace. You're a Tenno, aren't you?
Are they seriously gonna do the stereotype of the hypersexual teenage daughter thing? Is that what they're about to do here? Because that's weird. Especially considering they're all supposed to be infested and dying, according to what we've been told so far. Like, that's fucking weird.
But you need me to tell you where it is, which I wouldn't have to bother with if not for my parents, whose collective heads are so far up their collective lower sigmoids, the only air they breathe is what they secrete.
Oh, and she's rebellious too. So many fucking stereotypes are being hit right now off of this single character. Oh, man. See, I've always been scared to not do something well, so I just avoid things entirely. Oh, no, absolutely not. If you're scared to do it, do it. Those are the things you should do. Because you know how you stop being afraid? Through understanding. How do you gain understanding? 2 ways. Research and experience. Gather as much information as you can, and then fucking do it. Why? Because that's how you gain understanding. And things are far less scary and far less intimidating in life if you understand them. Well, a few years ago, she got my gears running a little. It's different now, but that did happen.
Isn't pretty.
I mean, maybe it's because of how old I am and the fact that I have daughters. I just find this weird. She's this weird plant organic thing that's supposed to be infested like the rest of her family, according to what we've been told. But then she's the rebellious, I hate my parents, and hypersexualized while I'm jamming out to my tunes. It's like, why are you wearing glasses? You don't need glasses. You're a weird organic plant thing. You don't even have pupils, which is the whole point of lenses and glasses, is they adjust for the pupil so you could see better. The earbuds make sense. But if she's wearing earbuds, because you can see them around her ear, right? So she's listening to her tunes. Why can we fucking hear it? We're not wearing her headphones. Like, it's so many goddamn stereotypes. So many goddamn stereotypes just shoved into one.
Aw, that's kind of sweet. But look at us. We are beyond help. The disease vectors are too complex, changing faster than I can study them. We can only prolong the inevitable. Look, if you help me get back some of what my brother shredded, I'd be happy to return the favor. Deal?
Saints Row... What number was that? 3? 3 and 4, I believe is what it was. Kenzie, the FBI agent computer hacker, that's who she reminds me of. Wait till October comes around and you see the outfit they give her. Did they lean even harder into the stereotypes? Oh, that is so funny. When you're writing the autobiography, LOL, the wisdom of Scareborne. Legitimately, I'm one of those people that, like, I used to collect quotes from people. Like, I actually, at one point, I had a book. Because I grew up around a lot of people that accomplished a great deal of things that were rather rare for the human experience. And I like to ask people about those things, and I study, and then I would always put myself into positions.
You're going to help me rebuild my sample collection. You're probably wondering what happens to it in the first place. Why don't you ask brother when you see him?
All right. And I put myself in a lot of positions where I can experience things that aren't exactly common to the human population. For example, right, like I was airborne infantry in a tier 3 special operations unit, right? Not many people go into airborne infantry in the special operations unit, not many people, because, like, think about this. The American population, less than 3% of the entire American population is serving or has served in the United States military. So right there, that's already a rare one, right? And then of the entire U.S. military, for example, the U.S. Army, I was in the infantry. So there is over 250 jobs in the United States Army, and I was in infantry. So that infantry job makes up less than 1% of the entire United States Army. Everything else in the U.S. Army's job is to support the infantry in their accomplishment of their mission. And then of the infantry, less than 0.5% is airborne qualified and on airborne status, active airborne status, or jump status is what it's called. So, like, I also go out of my way to put myself in positions where I'll experience things that most people won't, so that I have that piece of knowledge, that experience, that wisdom. And then I talk to people that also have done the same things. And then I used to collect quotes to be able to go and reflect on that, because I find that if people slowed down and put their ego to the side, life becomes a lot easier when you're willing to learn from other people's lessons and not have to go through and prove to yourself that, oh yes, everyone else was right, because I suffered the same exact way that everybody told me that I would suffer if I did it this way. But, you know, I thought I was right, because that's usually the biggest problem that causes people issues and causes people to have struggle and turmoil and strife in their life, is the fact that they can't put their fucking ego aside to learn from others' behaviors and mistakes and decisions. They think they can do it better, or they know more, and then they end up learning the same exact lesson that everyone else was trying to teach them ahead of time. So I tend to also make sure that when I know somebody has experience, when I know somebody has wisdom that I can gain and learn from, that I put my ego in check to be able to retain it and learn from it. And it helps. It really does. Now, do I still make mistakes with that? Yes. Yep. Like, good example of a mistake I made with not learning from others' lessons was when I was in the military. I was told by people who were more experienced than me at the time, they said, don't fucking make friends. Don't do it. It'll be the worst decision you'll ever make. And I didn't listen. I was like, what the fuck do they know? Of course you need friends. Right? And no. First time I lost one of my friends, I understood why they said don't make friends. But that was a lesson that, like, even to this day, I still never could master. But I do try. And most of the time I'm successful. Is that not brother right there? So why are we going over here?
We call that worm Fast. Don't worry about him, though. He's got bigger problems than you.
What the fuck is that?
Vone, his sister, they don't get along, as you'll soon see.
You know those face huggers from Alien?
This is a good opportunity for you, actually. There should be useful detritus falling from the explosion. Try not to get crushed, little one.
Oh, this is the day and night cycle on this place. This is the one that goes back and forth killing each other. Harpy, you were the one that told me.
It's a bit sad for him. He'll regenerate and even empty your head and exact his revenge. An endless cycle. Vome's the only proof I've got that the hive mind can be divided. Just collect what you can so you can get to the task at hand.
This is what you were telling me about, Harpy, right? Let's see here. By the way, Gara's extremely good. Valkyrie is getting a rework too once the update rolls out later this month. I suppose it's due to what I experienced during my younger days. I deeply regret all the things I avoided doing when I was still in high school. So I talked about the siblings killing each other. Okay, yeah, so it is the thing you talked about. Good, cool. Alright. So, but yeah, no, that's understandable because most people aren't taught the value of facing fears, and they're not taught where fear comes from. Fear comes from the unknown. So if you can make the unknown known, fear goes away. So yeah, anything that ever fucking scares you, learn about it, then go experience it. Provided it's not gonna be like life-threatening, obviously, right? Like use a little practical sense as far as the going and doing things go. That part goes, right? But you can absolutely research everything. Anything that terrifies you, research it. And then make a judgment call on whether or not it's safe to experience. Right? Alright, so I just need to run through and collect these things. Get him, Terror. Woo! Oh, and Harpy, I know you're relatively new to the community, so you probably haven't heard this one from me, but those that have been here for a while, you're probably all familiar with this one. But here's another little fun piece of lore about Scareborne. Scareborne did go to airborne school. Scareborne did jump out of planes on a regular basis in the military. Scareborne's also terrified of heights. Yep, scared shitless of them I am. Still jumped out of planes though. Another fun one is growing up, my brother and I, we lived in a lot of places, and one of the places we lived in was a desert in California called Anza. And there was tarantulas. They weren't dangerous ones that would just out in the wild. And we used to go out with our bare hands and catch tarantulas, and we had tarantulas as pets and stuff. And we'd go out and we'd catch crickets and feed them crickets and whatnot. And I grew up with spiders. I like spiders. Joined the army, went to Afghanistan, experienced camel spiders. And from that point forward, I am terrified of fucking spiders. Now it's like if there's a spider, I have to go get my son or Pixie Aquatica, and she has to go deal with them. Afghanistan broke me for spiders. Yet Scareborne despises camel spiders. Yes, exactly. Absolutely fucking terrified of those damn things. Is that how your name came to be? Scared of heights and being in an airborne unit? No! Close, but no. The born part is from being in an airborne unit. The scare part... so Scareborne was actually given to me by another veteran. And it was part of a veterans organization that I was active in for a number of years. And I was the state first sergeant. And basically that meant, like, if there was internal personnel issues, like if there is anybody part of the organization that were having issues with each other or having issues with others outside of the organization, then it was my job to kind of like smooth everything over and make sure that everyone can play nice and courteously together, right? And I had just gotten out of the military and I went straight into contracting. So I was doing the same thing I was doing in the military, just for more money and private instead of directly for a government. And I had just finished doing those when I had joined this organization. And the guy in charge, the state commander, he said that I was the scariest dude in the room, which is why he wanted me to be the state first sergeant to run with to take care of all the people, because nobody would argue with me. So I became Scareborne because I was the scariest airborne dude in the room. And at that point in my life, and still to this day, I enjoy fighting. I genuinely do. Problem is my fighting is one of those, like, I have to be working for the military or working for a private contractor to do the type of fighting that I like to do. But that's where the name came from, is because, like, everybody knew that you don't step up to me because I will put you in check, right? Because, like, I'm not going to back down. I enjoy fighting. I will look for reasons to fight. And that made me intimidating to a lot of these people. So, Scareborne. What am I looking for? Equip a fishing spear. Fishing spear.
Note the curious way they float above the surface to feed. Don't bother trying to spear them in the exocrine itself. Too damn viscous. Their biology is crucial to my study. Infested but not entangled in shared consciousness. If there's a hope in halting our mental decline, it might be here in these humble little specimens. Get to it. Looks like you've got the hang of it. But you have to understand, helping my so-called family is the last thing I'm inclined to do. You'll have to make it worthwhile. All right, that's enough. Return the specimens to me, and I'll give Lloyd what he needs to take you down to the heart.
Interesting. So their fish are above the water. That's actually kind of cool. What a rad way to get a nickname. Yeah, I've definitely had a few over the years. Scareborne's definitely one of the
I'm afraid I cannot open the gate with hostiles in proximity. You'll need to destroy them before I even think of powering the door.
Woo! All right. I do not like this sword at all. Oh man. I hope the hammer's better. If it lives out of water, it ain't a fish. I'm definitely in agreement with that, but like a lot of this planet seems to be Like a blatant, deliberate contradiction. Fish out of water. Well, let's see. The siblings fighting each other. Most cultures have a story where the moon is being chased or is chasing the sun. And it's usually a god or goddess or animals that are going to kill the other one, and right? Like, and they're stuck in this perpetual chase cycle. So like that's a common one. So that I could see being the inspiration for the two siblings that kill each other to make day and night. The fish out of water. I'm guessing that's got to be somewhere one of the Asian cultural inspirations, because I knew they use like koi fish and things of that nature. I just don't know enough to be able to pinpoint where the inspiration for it came from. But the sibling thing, like, throw a dart at a map of the world, and you'll hit a culture that has some sort of story of that going back to their ancient times. It's actually a bug. Since the launch, the fish floats above the water, and they just decided to keep it around as part of the... Oh, so it was a bug, and then they just wrote it into the dialogue and the story like that? Because, like, she just commented about, notice how they float above the water? So, like, that's kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. For developers to go, you know, that's a bug, but that doesn't really affect anything. Fuck it, we'll just make this one line of dialogue over here, and now the bug is canon. That's creative. That's creative. I can get behind bug fixes like that.
I remember my birthday, woke with a knot in my stomach. The hum of my specimen tanks was missing, silent. But I was surprised to find a little box, wrapped in a red bow. A gift from my family that never, ever remembered. The note said, best wishes for my best sis. Can you guess what was in the box?
The hum of her specimen tank. So she wasn't born, thus does that imply that her entire family wasn't born either? Because she looks like them, right? Does that imply that they are all just a creation? A scientific creation from a laboratory?
A white powder, as smooth and fine as silk.
So you got
My
cocaine.
entire collection, cremated, atomized, and returned as a gift by
Okay.
my deranged
Not cocaine.
brother.
Ashes.
If you see him on your descent to the heart, don't be fooled. He'll stab you in the back if he thinks it'll get him a moment's notice from Mother.
So father just wants to fight shit. But either he's not father, or he's father and doesn't want to be father anymore. Because mother said to go find him, except for he said that mother's always looking for the ghost of her father. The brother is beginning to sound like a deranged sociopath who just likes destruction for the sake of destruction. Mother sounds like she might be insane. And the daughter is every single teenage stereotype shoved into one character. Man, this is so Wild character writing. It definitely makes it entertaining. For sure. For sure this shit's entertaining, but like, how do you come up with that? I need to make my weapon stronger. I need to figure out how to do that. In fact, the devs plenty of history of turning bugs into features. Nice. That's cool. Honestly, I dig that. That's pretty cool. It makes it a lot easier. You'll probably break the game far less frequently if you just like, that's a bug. Well, it's a feature now. Cocaine is outdated in whatever millennia they're in. That's fair. Natane extract is the new stuff. Natane extract. I haven't run into that one yet. Is that like a substance you can take in this game that'll give you like a buff or a debuff? Because I know, like, for example, Skyrim and Fallout, they have drugs you can take in those games that give you benefits and buffs that are temporary, but there's also like a negative effect that you can also get addicted and has debuffs and things of that nature. Okay, so Valkyr, I need a Valkyr Neuropics. And that's a level 25 mission. The enemies are 25s. So, I'm struggling against the teen enemies now, so we need to make some adjustments. I may have to go do some lower level missions here. Because I am definitely not doing the damage output that I need, and I'm short on credits there. It's a resource you can get from the Nightwave store. Oh, it's a crafting resource in this game, but the NPCs use it as, like, narcotics.
Proceed to the hub.
That's kind of comical, I'm not gonna lie.
I will take a damage assessment scan of it.
Lots of Barty Scratchikins on the scope. Maybe they're planning a party for you!
So the plant ate us and then spit us out somewhere else? Okay. Sure. We'll pretend that that is a perfectly normal way to travel. That looked like a certain body part. Let's see if we back up. Will it go back? That looks like a certain body part. That also reminds me of Halo. The Flood, right? When you had to go rescue Cortana from the grave mine. Because it had the same sphincter doors. Why is that a design in games? Your damage comes from your mods you put on your weapons, not that actual weapon. I know, I just ran out of credits to upgrade the mods further. That's what I'm still working on. I need to go back and do all the... earlier missions I was doing to go farm up some more credits. Whoa! Who are you? Oh, your brother.
Noticed my collar, did you? A not so gentle reminder from dearest mother. No one in the universe can hold a grudge as deep or as long. She took away all my Entrati command words with it. Lloyd's got more respect in this family than I do. One simple mistake.
To be fair, it was not exactly a simple mistake.
How many times do I have to say I'm sorry? I broke the containment protocol. I carried the spores in. I screwed up. And suddenly, they all acknowledged my existence. Suddenly, something I'd done actually mattered. As if humiliating me would undo what happened to them. We're a lost cause. The infestation will come for what's left of us in time. Speak of them, and they shall appear.
So you're the asshole that got everything infected. Raj. Okay. It ain't the eye, it's the mind. Well, explain to me why they can't just have normal doors that are made out of flesh. That go split in the middle and then close. Why can't they have, or go from the ground up or down, right? Like, why does it have to be tentacles that have that distinct ring pattern? Like, that's a design choice.
Beautiful, isn't it? Maybe it's not the abomination you think it is. Maybe it knows better than Mother. Maybe we ought to succumb to it. Let it win.
Sun has strange ideas about what victory looks like. The solar rails, the Tenno. We all depend on the heart to keep the wall open to the other side. If the heart stops, everything goes with it.
Oh, but think of all the time we'd have for hobbies.
So the psycho son wants to kill himself and all of his family. Raj. That tracks. That's another fun stereotype. Ooh, I can hear you. But terror is killing you faster than I can spot you. They said the Tenno are connected to this. Does that mean that we're related to whatever these creatures are? The mother, father, daughter, and son? Are we related to them? This is really cool architecture, though. I do like its style. Man. The orbs with the purple energy coming off of them like that as lighting. That is really cool. Oh shit, wrong time to reload. Reactivate. Okay, so how do I reactivate these crystals? Because I've run it. This is another one that I've run across. And I don't know how to reactivate them. Do I have to shoot it? No, that's not doing nothing. Nope. Huh. I don't know how to reactivate those things. Oh well. We are related in some aspect to them. Okay, so the okay, that's cool. So I'm on the right track there. Got him. Got to progress further in the game to reactivate them. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Is there a flashlight feature that I'm missing for when you go into the dark spaces in this game? Make sure I don't miss any loot here. There's none of those points. Ah, I messed that one up. Flashlights activate automatically in some areas of the game. Okay, so it's an automatic feature that's not controllable. That's unfortunate. I mean, it's cool that they still have it, but like, there are some areas of this game where I would really like to be able to just turn it on myself, you know?
Requiem Cipher. I'm embarrassed to say I'm unsure what to make of this. Tenno, can you figure it out?
I need them to put the locks back on there. I didn't see them. I wasn't paying attention. My bad. Is there a way to get them to show it again? Shit. I know they gave me the answer and I did not notice it until afterwards. Right as it was disappearing.
You seem to be limbularly indisposed. Let old
There we go.
Tag help you out.
Thank you.
That doesn't sound happy.
Nope.
Don't distract them. This is
Okay.
very mentally taxing for a Tenno.
Hey, no worries, Chip. Let
That is the
me
second
get
one.
that for ya.
Is it not top to bottom? Alright, so we do this one. And then it should be this one. Followed by this one. And then this one. There we go. Oh, that looks dope as hell. I want that as a companion.
I didn't expect to get through the door before I had a chance to finish. Forgive me, but this is the only way.
By the heart. It's dead.
The wall's closing, Mother. It's over.
Good.
Good? You think this is good?
Oh, so you're talking to us now.
Mother, don't. This isn't the time.
Shut up. I want to see how low she can dig.
Of course you do. Anything to make you feel better about yourself.
I wonder where he gets that from.
Stop.
At least you didn't try to kill me.
Oh, please. You've been playing dead since the day I was born.
Well, I wish you hadn't.
Stop!
We couldn't... Okay.
Tenno, still functional. Listen carefully. Getting back to the surface is not going to be easy. I don't know how to break this to you, but your Warframe, It's barely functional. You're going to have to stay low and out of sight. I know a shortcut, but you've got to do the rest.
You took my weapons away. And saving the heart wasn't an option. Man, I still remember the reveal showcase for the quest and destination like it was last. Oh, for this one? Oh, I can't jump. I can't do the double jumping. That's not good. Why can't I use a gun, though? That's weird. I get, like, taking my shields offline. Maybe take away my abilities of the Warframe. I get all of that. But a gun still should work. You pull the trigger, it's got ammunition, right? What, is my Warframe not capable of handling the recoil? Is that the problem?
All right, but there's another up ahead. Watch for its pattern and try to get past it.
Okay.
Be patient. Let them pass before moving on.
Don't want to alert the mech, I guess. That's what I'm being told.
Patient. Let them pass before moving on.
You know, him repeating himself when the enemy is already alerted doesn't really help much. Nope, I'm just gonna sprint. Nope, we're good, thanks. No, little homie, leave me alone.
You're nearly out. Be cautious.
Woo! Oh, go, 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 go. My companion's gone too. Where did my companion go? No, stop rolling. Just crouch. There you go. By the let's see here. By the way, Warframe movement is very limited. Back when it newly released, it had stamina system, and the gameplay is pretty. Oh, so it wasn't all fast and fluid like it is nowadays. Like it genuinely feels like a third-person Destiny as far as like the fluidity and the speed at which you can run around and perform combat feats with, which is really, really nice, and it gives the illusion of being overpowered.
You're still alive. That means we can fix this. We can get the heart back if we work together.
Well, first you gotta let me use my guns again. That's the first step for us to fix anything. But players found a movement tech with dual Zoran weapons, and it made it feel faster. The devs patched the movement tech, but they also revamped the movement system entirely to the way it is now. Well, that was definitely a very smart decision on their part, because, like, the speed is on point. I genuinely enjoy the speed.
Do you think they will be willing to go back down? Sun and I can bait the worm to draw the infestation away, up to the surface.
Even if I agreed to help, what about the necromechs down there? Just one of those things.
I've got a little something that I've been saving for an occasion like this.
All right. I've got the calculus data for a restart, but I'll need 10 quanta of leptosam. Son?
I have it. Should we wake up grandmother?
Let her sleep. Wouldn't want her to worry.
It's too soon for them. Are you sure about this?
Not at all, but we'll have to make an exception. Just this once.
Are we getting the big war machines now? We're getting a war machine! I like it. Can I use it?
Alright, with the void closing up, you're gonna be too weak to help in that frame. Snake's in rough shape, but she's got enough juice for one last ride. What do you say? Ready to go old war style?
Hell yeah.
Alright. Not ideal, but I've cross-routed your Warframe impulse string directly to Snake. Now, she'll feel heavy, but you'll get used to it. Head outside, and we'll run a field test before your descent.
Oh, this thing is so cool looking.
Alright, squeeze off a few rounds and get a feel for them.
There's no time for training exercises.
But we've got to prepare...
Tenno, get down there. You're just going to have to learn as you go.
Raj. En route. Oh, this thing is so cool. Woo! Okay. Alright, that's the melee stuff. Good damage output. Okay, and it auto reloads when you don't fire for a while, so infinite ammo that auto reloads. Okay, I dig it.
rerouting power to... Yes! Secondary systems are back up.
I was hoping there was a way that I could pull up my abilities to see what they do. But apparently not.
The caves won't be exactly clear, but it should help. I've dispersed some specimens to keep the infested out of the way.
Oh, so it's okay if you do it.
Eat popper pellets, you...
Take it easy. I've summoned some velocipods too.
I've managed to bring additional systems online.
When you get to the heart, you'll have to patch the damage and then we'll restart the system. It's a lot, but we're counting on you.
So the X is a, sorry, the A is a ice grenade. Okay. Second is a electric shield that makes you immune to electricity
Waking up.
damage.
You should have additional functionality.
Brave mines, deploy mines around the neck rocks. Damaging. Just immune to everything, but it has health. Oh, okay. That's kind of cool.
That's it. I'll All systems active. She's fully up. Where the hell is that necromech?
Daughter, the spores. Son, you're on repairs.
No one listens to me.
Tenno, can't have this area contaminated. Clear out those infested and destroy their spore clusters before we seal the chamber.
All right.
Spore clusters clear.
I rigged Snake with an old Omni tool. Ready?
Ah, right there. Was like, where else am I missing? Right there.
That should hold. What do you think, Mother?
Seal the chamber. Initiating restart sequence. By Loke, we pass through and beyond.
Chamber sealed. That's it for your ride. And a one-way trip for poor Snake. I'll cut the reroute as soon as the heart's beating. And you'll be back to your old self again.
Restart in 3, 2, 1.
You sure you've got the correct derivatives?
Again. 3, 2, 1.
Perfect. Just perfect.
It doesn't make sense. Something must be interfering. I checked the equations.
Well, check them again.
Don't yell at me! Again!
I saw a statue that looked like it could be of the same race as Lotus. Ooh, let's fight, buddy.
There it is! Tenno, you've got to destroy this thing, or we're back where we started!
Oh! You have no idea how jealous I am right now. Snake? Snake! You gave her a good send-off. You have my thanks. Ah, Snake. I'm gonna miss you. But you've earned your rest, alright? Rerouting you.
Yes. A rest.
Terror! No! Terror will be fine. Terror will get better, hopefully. Yes? Terror! Okay, good. You spawned back up here. I was like, man, if I gotta mount a rescue operation for my damn dog, so help me, I will. Speak to grandmother and said not to wake her. All right. So is this gonna be your stereotypic, like, everyone fears grandmother? And grandmother is actually the one who runs the family? Is that what we're gonna go with?
They're an insufferable lot, aren't they? My son, father, blustery and spineless all at once. His absentee wife, mother, who can't see past what she's lost to see what she has. And who can blame the children? Daughter, trying to convince herself she's so different. It only makes her more the same. And the boy, poor son. He mistakes kindness for mediocrity. Who's he competing with other than himself? But in a crisis, they can come together.
Nice little Metal Gear reference. Oh, with Snake. Yeah. That is a pretty cool little reference. Honestly, let's see, I played the very first one. I fucking loved the very first one. On PlayStation 1. I love that. That one, I played that one when it was new. And then, Phantom Pain was the other one that I played. But my problem with Phantom Pain is that, like, so I beat the game. I uninstalled it. And then a few years later, I was like, you know what? I want to play that campaign again. I'm going to install the game again. I installed the game, and it started me out with my profile in the middle of a mission that it wouldn't let me exit or restart the game or pick a new game or none of that. So I don't like it when games do that, and I know this game is also super fucking guilty of that, where you can't start over if you fuck things up. You have to contact the company and justify to them why you want them to delete your account so that you can make a new account with their company. Yeah, I don't appreciate that. I like having the option to have multiple characters or to restart whenever I want. But that was Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. That's my problem with that one now. Is just like, because I really want to play it again because it's a really fun game. But that fucking not being able to reset and not remembering what's going on issue.
idea what you're talking about. But even as they've forgotten themselves, their names, their bonds, they might still be our family. Seems you're an important part of that now. So maybe I can help you and your family. This Warframe, Zaku, somewhat of a family themselves. A sum of many, a composite of others we lost in the ages that our Entrati family has served here.
What was with the Metal Gear Solid reference? You don't remember? Honestly, it's probably just one of those fun little Easter eggs for all the games.
There. And now, I think we've had more than enough excitement for one day. I could do with a little lie down.
I know there's quite a few games too, and there's always... Does this game have a Monty Python reference? Because I know there's quite a few games, a lot of games that have Monty Python reference, specifically Holy Grail references. All right, so we got our Warframe. Woo!
Operator, a communication awaits your attention.
Oh, you mean you're not going to force it open? Okay. Cool.
Hey, Chip. So there's a super secret place on Mars, Tiana Pass. Nothing to do with any old legends or awesome crystals or anything. Probably doesn't even exist. I marked it on your map for you, so you can make sure you don't go there on accident. And you better not come see me afterwards either. Winky face.
I couldn't stop thinking about how well you handled Snake. It made me wish I had spare necromech that I could pass on to you. I don't, but here's what I have. Original Voidwig blueprints designed by the hands of yours truly. Find the parts right here down in Voltus. Just strip them off rogue necromechs. This capsule thing, that's the part that I really like. Alright, so now we gotta build a necromech. Raj. Necromech building it is.
Operator, I've run diagnostic regressions. All systems nominal. You don't need to thank me.
The Archwing... Question. This Archwing launcher, it says reusable. Does that mean that when I use it the one time it's gone? Or is it like the K drive where I can put it in my gear wheel and I can use it whenever I want infinitely and it's not going to disappear? Kind of have a little tip. You can quickly access new notifications, your inbox, or crafted items from the square that'll appear next to your credits on the top right. Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Steven has gone and Scareborne is Scareborne in on a break, so I can launch for a little bit. Nice. You can craft one and use it infinitely. Okay, so let's go do that part first. Let's go get this iridite. Let's go get this grok drool. Let's go get that. Let's make that one. Once that one's made, we can also start looking at doing these here. So, all right, where are we at with credits? Probably not enough. Be my guess. Not. Oh no. We got 2 there. Do I have? Yeah, but I have the one maxed out. Oh yeah, that's right. Did I put that on my... Hush. Yeah. Alright. I am so not a fan of these swords.
Ready
This sword.
for action.
At all. And you, little homie, I forgot to check you. You're solid. And fetch is already there, so you're solid. Cool. Cheerio, little dude. Cheerio. Now then, Jupiter Junction. I actually did complete the requirement, so I just need to do Formido. And that opens up this to Jupiter. Slow the roll. Let's go back to Earth. Let's go get our things that we need. Then we'll come on back here. Let's see here. Everything in highest, the reusable part is the remnant from back when it wasn't it. Oh, okay. So they did. So at one point it was a single-use item, and now it's not. That's cool that they adjusted that. Always been here. Steam. Only sword I like is the Exo Blade. Is that the one in the on this big spacesuit thing, or is that? I'm not familiar with the weapons yet. I don't need this. What am I doing? I need... We'll go grab a bounty while we're here. 2 birds, 1 stone, yeah?
Got something. Heavy hitter like you needs a little snack, yeah?
This sells the... This gives me the... Grok drool? Yeah. This gives me one of the resources we need.
Nuclear bossman's been giving us no end of trouble. You're my go-to tenor. Make him go away, yeah?
Kanzu is right. We must create chaos to draw this Grineer commander into an open fight. I'm tracking a Grineer drone with information about our target. Bring it to me.
I've got to get 5 seconds of hang time still with this. Now that I have been struggling to do is figure out where to get where the best place is to get 5 seconds of airtime. Are you talking about the special bait Excalibur has? Hoverboard is so 2022. It is, but a hoverboard is so dope.
The drone is nearby. Find it and hack it.
I'm a big fan of them not doing a stereotype of riding something and it being a hoverboard. I think that is so cool.
That's it. The drone is under our control now. Escort it to the extraction point before the enemy can destroy it.
Try getting on top of tall rocks and jumping off of there.
Harm the drone.
Starting to regret using the Loki frame recently. Its only ability is the decoy. Well, as you level up the frame, you'll unlock the other abilities, right? So you gotta play with it to unlock the others. I think that's how that works. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Oh yeah, Stephen Ledger, if you're there, Harpy would be able to help you with whatever questions you were having on the part you're stuck on.
The drone is ours. Analyzing data stream. Excellent. A possible lead. Our target is about to receive pieces of a communications array in a supply drop. Interrupt the drop and destroy the equipment.
That's one of those resources that I need too. Nice. Loki's a rough start, but I suggest to max him out for the XP, so you don't have to do it in the future. Not played in a couple years, Harpy. Yes, I'm basically starting out. I'm stuck doing the Duvari Paradox mission, Harpy, and I struggle with what exactly with the quest. Oh, thank you, Ace. I appreciate that. That was weird. You know what? Damn, it's not enough.
Among these troops is a resupply beacon. Find it and take it. Supply beacon, and I will call in the drop. Supplies incoming. Make sure the Grenier never get their hands on them. There's the supply beacon. Grab it so I can call in the drop. Supplies are dropping now. Destroy them. Take that supply beacon, and I will call in the drop. That's the last pod. Destroy the supplies. Their comms just lit up. They're not happy about what you just did. Let's keep it that way. I've located the commander. He's moving on foot. Intercept and bring him in alive.
Ooh, I think Terror's gonna mess this one up. 351 now. That's bonkers. Mine says 352. Nice. We're going up. We're going up. That's outstanding. Scareborne, I have 17 subscribers and I don't want to delete my account. How do I get rid of subscribers on your account? You don't need to get rid of the subscribers on your account. Just if you're not wanting people. Hold on. If you're not wanting people to see like your private playlist or whatever, just set them to private and not public. You just adjust it like that. The only other alternative that I know of is to create a new account.
Hospitality. Shola.
Yep, I don't understand it. It just put me there as my chosen quest, and when I came back to playing Harpy, I don't understand the whole Divari Paris. I never got that far in the game. I think you're stuck on a quest until you complete it. You have to do the objective till it finishes, unless you're confused as to on what to do in the quest. Are you on Steven Ledger right now? If you're on, you can add me and I'll jump in there and maybe we can figure it out together. I need to speed up the projectiles on this. I need erudite. Ooh, there we go. That's an idea. Let's see if I can make it work. Nope. It's doing the... It's got the charging lines running on it like it's jumping, but it's not actually fucking jumping. Thinking that's I can get it to hang for about 3. The last 2's nope, missed that one too. All right. I think the quest is this other thing. I'm not on at the moment, but I would have to change my server to North America to play with you. You shouldn't have to. You should be able to just play the game. Unless that's... Yeah, I don't think you should have to. That would be weird if they made you. How do I even get to that quest? You know what? How do I get to the Duvari Paradox? Or however it's pronounced. Man, where is... There's usually a bunch around the entrance area. There's some. So when I do the jump, I can charge it, but when I push A, it does the copter thing where it spins. I want to grab a few more pieces of erudite. I don't know how I don't remember how many I needed. I know it was at least in the double digits. I pulled a Sonny Bono. 7. Eight. Different servers for different areas of the world. I can't remember if I used an alternative view or Plunews, but they canceled it. You can just join regardless of what server you're in. Yeah, I was kind of thinking of the deal with that. I live in Asia, so ping is absolutely horrendous. Scareborne on my channel. In my channel. Free shoutouts to a great man, wonderful streams. I can give your channel a shout out. If you want to share word of mouth with people you know, that's one thing. You want to do shout outs because you're a content creator and you're trying to promote fellow content creators, that's also cool. But you know what? Honestly, yeah, if you want to do any of those things, go for it. I'm not gonna stop you. I don't understand what ping and all of that is, so computer talk is over my head. Alright, so how do I do this paradox? Let's go into here. All right, let's go to navigation. Let's find out where this... Ooh. Friend request. Nice.
We're out of the night and into the dawn. Still hanging on in a system on fire. Thanks to the good work of people like...
Okay, so where is this Duvali... Where is the Duvari thing? How do I find the paradox thing that you were talking about, Steven? Because maybe if I can do it on stream, then if it is single player, then it might help you figure out where you need to go. Look at the quest tab in Codex. Okay, quests.
Ordis has been counting stars, operator. All accounted for.
Archwing, Once Awake, Arc Solus, Awakening, Lotus Eaters, the Duvari Paradox. I have to unlock Saturn-Uranus junction. Wow, you're really far ahead. You're like super far ahead from me. Okay. Which, by the way, I imagine you're not in a clan, correct? Yeah. Let me get you an invite to the clan too. Boom. Yeah, you're in the clan. It's got a shadow rank of 9. Nice. What is this marked by death? Marked for death by stalker? What is that? Because I have the same thing on mine. Marked for death by stalker. What is this? Who is stalker and how do I put them in the dirt? Alright, so I need to get to a junction point. You're at where? It's Jupiter. To Deimos. To Deimos, we need that one. Okay. Almost enough for the Roke Drool. Another tip, you can pause the game in missions except for free roam missions if you're in solo mode. It actually pauses the game. It doesn't just keep running. A shout out to complete. I guess. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Portal in this Orican structure. You are here to cut off their access and stop them from coming back. My intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk.
Don't know how that happened. I never unlocked Mars. Wow. So you never unlocked Mars, but you're ahead of me, which I had to go through Deimos to get there.
The enemy are
That's
using
wild.
a void key and a portable torsion beam device to force open the portal. Destroy the key and the device.
Okay, let's see here. I can't explain it, but every once in a while, Stalker will spawn in and attack you in your missions.
You're still in the clear. No
Shut the
detection from
fuck
enemy
up,
sensors.
Lotus. Holy crap. Gotta beat feet. Have a good day. Safe, man. Alright, thank you for stopping in. Thank you for the shout out. Thank you for all the things, Ace. I appreciate it. Hope to catch you in the future in the future streams that we do. We have Twitch Scare back? Maybe, cause. Maybe. I'm testing. I made some adjustments to some settings to see if it makes a difference. So we'll see if it's stable. We'll see if the things work.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
So, like, I really need credits. So I'm going to be super thorough with, like, searching and exploring. I hope that's okay there, Harpy. I noticed she jumped in the game. But yeah, because I'm, like, stupid amounts of credits shy. I'm also going to be super thorough. Well, no. A reasonable crash out, lol. I know, she just, like, kept talking and talking, and she wasn't saying anything useful. It's like, we haven't moved from the starting area. I know I'm not on their sensors. I know what they're trying to do. That's why we're here to sabotage it. That's the whole op. Okay. I can't break that one, but how you doing? How you doing? That one doesn't open. Oh, search room. You're usually very thorough. You're usually thorough with searching in general. Usually I am, but when I run with Harpy, I tend to just try to keep up because she walks into a room and everything in that room and the next 2 rooms just instantly dies. And she moves super fast because she's very efficient with her playstyle and everything. So usually when I'm running with her, I'm just trying to keep up. But right now I need to get stronger, and the only way to get stronger is by getting more credits so that I can upgrade my mods because I have enough endo. If you want, I can join and use. Hold on 1 second, folks. Okay. What the hell is this thing? Okay. Alright. I have to abort mission. Okay, so, my apologies, folks. I have to go. I'm gonna come back later and stream when Pixie Aquatica gets home. Because I gotta go watch the grandkids real quick. Matter of fact... So, I gotta go watch my grandkids. I will be back later. So keep an eye on those notifications and we'll do some more streams later. Alright. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I apologize, but anyone who does want to run with me later, you guys are more than welcome to when I come back and I stream later today. Alright. I will catch you all later. Hopefully in like a few hours. If that.